Yeah. Okay, we're about if you start turning too fast as you're going up, the aerodynamic forces will push down on the nose as you go up, and then it will just flip over. Which sometimes you can save it by just doing like a flip maneuver, which looks super cool. Hey, I did a front flip while I was launching a rocket, but be a little bit nerve-wracking for sure.
Imagine if NASA did that. Every time they launch a rocket, they make it do acrobatics before it leaves the atmosphere.
Watch this, guys. We're going to do a flip.
Parkour, parkour. With a rocket. Sounds safe.
Yeah. Seems totally safe. This first stage is getting me really far, which I'm not complaining. Whoop. And I'm spinning. Yay! All right, we're going to detach the first stage. And oop. And then we can deploy the fairing. Start up this second stage here. Just deploy our fairing here. Boom. Oh yeah. Pretty cool. Okay, so I actually need to burn my engine a little bit down here because I'm going too high. I'm actually going up above my station. Which generally wouldn't be too much of a problem, but I want to catch up to my station. So this is how orbital rendezvous works, all right? So the lower you are, the faster you will go around the planet, okay? So you can see here that I'm behind my station in orbit, and so I want my orbit to actually be closer to the planet so I can catch up to it, right? So I'm going to bring my apoapsis down simultaneously as I'm actually increasing my periapsis. You can't see the periapsis yet because it's not outside the planet. But right around here, so I want to be in an orbit where at least half of the orbit is under, like, it has a lower periapsis, has a lower altitude than the actual station. And you can do this by changing your orientation. So right now I am burning just about prograde. Here's prograde on my nav ball. All right. So that apoapsis is here. So if you're burning prograde, the apoapsis will go away from you. And then I'm going to stop this right around 80,000. Yep, 80,000 meters. And then so I have a periapsis of 80,000 meters with a apoapsis of 97,000 meters. So here I've already selected the station as my target. Okay, and you can see here that this is where I'm going to be on the next orbit around. So I actually want to increase my periapsis a little bit because I'm going to be past the station. So I want to bring these two together. The way that I do that is by increasing my periapsis just a little bit. So you can see that the separation is going down. Separation is going down. And we want to get the separation down to within just a few kilometers, preferably right around 1. Okay, so now my periapsis is 96 and it's 97 over there. My apoapsis, I'm just going to burn a little bit more. Now I'm actually going to turn on my SAS and use the H key to burn a little bit forward here. 5. So now my closest approach is going away from each other. Oh, I need to up that. Okay, and this is the descending node and ascending node. I'll show you how to get those right on as well. I'm actually going to extend my solar panels. Well, now we're good. So I'm going to come over here to the ascending node, which is this thing right here, the AN. I am going to go to the anti-normal, which is if I burn my engine at the anti-normal on the ascending node, it will decrease the inclination difference between me and my target. So you can see here that I'm now at 0.0 degrees, meaning that our orbits are perfectly lined up. Before I was just a little bit off. Now you want to make sure that you're perfectly on the same orbit, on the same orbital inclination. I'm also going to burn prograde just a touch because my see here, not my periapsis. My separation is just a little bit ahead of 5.1, 4.8. See, we're going down again. We want to get this as low as possible. 2.7. Okay. Now that I'm within just a few kilometers, I'm going to change my relative. So this is my speed relative to orbit. Okay, this is my speed relative to the surface, and this is my speed relative to my target. All right. So I'm going to what we're doing now is I'm going to orient myself so that I am going to burn retrograde relative to my target. So I'm going to slow down essentially. So we're kind of moving past each other. I want to slow down, right? Burning retrograde slows you down, and I'm relative to my target. And now I'm going to orient myself toward my target, which is this pink symbol here. I'm going to burn my engines toward the target. And we'll do like 20 meters per second toward the target. 2, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then you'll start seeing this go down. I'm time warping here, and then as soon as I come out of time warp, we're going to slow down. I don't want to be going too fast. we're at 3.7 meters per second. We're approaching. Now we are going to just flip around here. This is a lot of fuel that I have on board. I'm actually going to transfer that fuel to the station and then deploy that second stage. See here, how am I orientated? There we go. So the orientation of the nav ball, the camera defaults to having north pointing up. So I want my camera to fit the nav ball. That's why I rotate it around like this. And I'm going to turn on my reaction control thrusters. We have plenty of monopropellant. You know what? This second stage is going to be is going to make it really hard to navigate. I think I'm just going to ditch it. Even though it's like completely full of fuel, doesn't really matter all that much. I'm going to quick save this just in case, but I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to need this. So I'm going to separate. Now this will make it a lot easier to navigate. Okay. Approach the station here. So the question is, which node should I go attach to? I think I'll attach to this one over here. So we will. It's kind of fun. I'm flying a just essentially a steel girder. All right. Nope. Up. No, that's not what I want. I want to. There we go. Docking port set as target. So now my specific target is the docking port here. I'm going to continue to fly this direction. Slow myself down. I'm going to rotate the orientation of the docking port. Okay. Now, I'm going to start my approach here. So when you're docking, what you want is, actually, you want is so you want your target. So if you need to make your target the docking port, you want your target, your indicator pointing at the target, and then you want the your prograde vector. You want all three of those lined up right on top of each other, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay. I'm going to just translate a little bit here. And when you're doing docking like this, or any control with the reaction control system, which is using that monopropellant. You use J, K, I, and L to control. And then H and N are forward and backward. H is forward, N is backward. So you see how I'm orienting myself? Orientating. I think the British say orientating. So you can see that I have all three of these lined up now. I want the prograde marker, which is the yellow one, and then the gold one is the direction that my spacecraft is pointing, and then the pink is the target. I want all those lined up. There is a docking mode in here, but I don't really like it. I actually just prefer the use a nav ball. Coming in nice and smooth. All right, there we go. We are docked. Okay, and I'm going to detract these because they look, or retract these. They look a little bit silly. And we're going to extend the cool ones that I just sent up here. Extend. 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 Oh, yeah. Ah, that's starting to really look like a space station, huh? Pretty sweet. Okay. So that's how you do it there. Let's get into the sunlight so we can take a sweet picture. I'm not actually going to take a picture. I just wanted to see it in the sunlight here. Pretty proud of that, actually. Okay. Now we have 20 minutes left of class. Do we want to try and land this shuttle? That is the question. I want to try again to land a shuttle on the actual runway. Let's give it a shot, shall we? Transfer crew. Transfer crew. All right. Let's see if we can do this. Landing is way harder than it should be. Well, at least landing is not hard. Landing on the runway, that's the hard part. Okay. Undock. I am quite proud of this station. I think it looks cool. Yeah. That actually looks like a space station. I'm happy with that. All right. Let us do the landing thing. So where is... Oh, wait. Kerbal Space Station is now in the dark. So I need to go to the Space Center and then time warp to the next morning. Warp to next morning. Perfect. All right, now we'll take control of our shuttle. Where's the shuttle? Shuttle? There it is. Can we do it? All right. So we need to go around this orbit a little bit so that when we burn retrograde, it decreases the other side of the orbit. I'm amazed that 15 of you are tuned in right now because like this class has the best attendance and yet like the least useful information. Whatever. Look at all
That's why we attend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. So Greg, you said, or was it, I don't know, who was it, said that I need to aim for this peninsula? Says who? This is very useful. Yes, for when you are the commander of the starship, the SpaceX Starship Heart of Gold, and you are maneuvering to rendezvous and dock with your refueling craft. Very useful. I learned this in Mr. Crowshaw's class in 2020. How to rendezvous and dock a spacecraft in orbit.
Yeah, you have
was
to
back
try and aim
before.
for the end of the peninsula because drag will slow you down.
Yeah, I learned this back in 2020 when toilet paper still existed.
Before the dark times.
Yeah.
All right. So we are going to go around a little bit more and then decrease our periapsis into the atmosphere. All right, Greg, you better be right. Aim for the peninsula. Before we script. Oh, gross, Reese. That's gross. All right. Navigation. I haven't tried this before. Navigation set. I don't know what that is. So we'll see.
Does it like automatically fly your ship there?
Oh, I'm sure that it does not do that, but
Oh.
we'll see what it does. Okay, I don't know, we'll see. I thought we were going to overshoot it last time, but then let's flip this around here. You know, the space shuttle had a whole bunch of problems, but I have to admit, it is a cool looking craft. Wait a second. Is this not? That's weird. I thought that retracted on the same control key, whatever. All right. Let's do this thing. Oh, I'm facing the wrong direction. Don't want to re-enter the atmosphere backwards. That would be awkward.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. It puts the KSC on your nav ball. So it's essentially just making it my target.
Oh, that's for people who want it easy.
Oh, I wouldn't say that it makes it any easier. It just tells me where it is, which I can literally just look at the map and know where. Whatever. All right. Okay, and we are now into the atmosphere, so things are going to start getting spicy here in a few minutes. I'm going to time warp, even though time warping in the atmosphere is not a super awesome idea. Should we play No Time for Caution? I mean, I'd be down for it. You'll just have to put your microphone right next to the speaker.
That went the last time.
And you won't hear my face or hear my face. You won't see my face anymore because
Face.
face.
Yeah.
Oh crap. See? Dang it. Okay. We're burning. We're burning here. All right, we're spicy. We're spicy. Let's see if we can. I really want to land this thing. I don't know. I keep on thinking that we're gonna. I don't know. We'll see. we have plenty of fuel, so that should help.
You guys hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Is it too loud?
It's fine. I don't know. Being on the space shuttle would have been kind of terrifying when you're re-entering. Just like, I don't know, just knowing that the entire bottom of your craft is covered in white hot plasma, hotter than the surface of the sun. That'd be pretty crazy.
This song goes with anything intense.
we could do this.
That's like famous last words for me, though. Stuff only explodes when I say that.
This is one of my favorite scenes of all in all of film is the docking scene from Interstellar.
I still have not seen Interstellar. I need to.
It's so good. 10 out of 10. Yeah, Interstellar is one of the great movies. Probably one of, in my estimation, one of the best science fiction films, like spaceflight films of the past. I don't know, 20 years. Because it's really, I divided science fiction into two different categories. There's the science fiction that is really sciencey, and then there's the science fiction that's really fictiony, right? I think that Interstellar is kind of a good combination of both. It has a lot of really good science, it's actual legitimate science, and then it has a lot of stuff that's kind of really futuristic or just kind of I don't know, hypothetical, which I think is cool. All right, I think we're looking okay, honestly. I think I might need to slow down a little bit more. So we're going to start doing some S turns, which is when you turn your craft into the airstream.
Okay, we can stop.
Whoa. Whoa. Don't worry. I'll gain control. It's all right. It's okay. Whoa. What is happening? What is happening? Oh no. Am I going to overshoot it? Oh, Shoot, I'm in a weird flat spin. I'm going to overshoot it. Okay, backup plan. Backup plan. So there's a runway over on this island. We're going to shoot for it.
Nice job, Kershaw. Nice job.
Thanks. Oh, why is this so hard to control? What is happening? The aerodynamics are insane right now. Woo! Am I just like in free fall? Okay, we got to get control of this. We might actually land this on the runway because I'm like going straight down right now. This is definitely not how the space shuttle re-entered.
Unless you try and point it downwards.
How they should have done it.
I'm trying, Greg.
We'll try hard. There you go.
The thicker atmosphere is helping.
Is there a blinker on?
All right, we have control. Well, if I do end up landing this on this runway, it will be like the ugliest landing or the ugliest re-entry with the most successful landing that I've ever had. So I guess it's pick one or the other, right? What is happening? This thing is. Oh, I know what's happening. Point prograde. All right, I got to pick up some speed here. All right, U-Tree, Tree. Is that my pilot's name? I don't know. Picking up some speed. We're at 189 meters per second. Where did our no time for caution go? Because this is when we actually need it. Whoa. I'm actually like legitimately nervous about this.
There we go.
Thank you. Whoa, whoa.
Oh no.
Here.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Woo!
Yay! No, stop.
Oh, that was crazy.
That makes it a lot more intense.
And look, my center wheel is on the middle line. Wow. Well, this was a first for Mr. Croshaw, everybody. This was a first. I successfully landed a shuttle on the runway from space.
Hey, Kershaw, I'm going to flex on you really quick. That would have been my 10th time.
Landing a shuttle from space?
Yeah.
On the runway?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, very cool. I don't care. I'm glad that you've done it before, but I what I just did. I'm just kidding. That's cool, man. I just have never done it because space planes are not my thing. I know that space planes are your thing. Okay, so technically class is over now. I landed that right on time. Not because I planned it that way or anything. It just happened that way. But that reentry was ugly, but it worked. All right, we're gonna recover this vessel and call it good for today. Yeah. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me, everybody. Make sure that you get your International Space Station module assignment done. Please, 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 please. I will see you in a couple of weeks because we have spring break. Hopefully everyone is okay. Do I have a hair hanging out of my beard? Sure do. Okay.
Kind of weird if you didn't.
a long hair from probably my wife or children. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. See you.